Well, everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 and compare it against the Apple Watch SE 2 and see which specific device is a better one for you. Now, as I mentioned before, first of all, these two watches are roughly around the same price. They're not exactly the same price, but they're kind of around the same thing. But it really doesn't matter how they both compare because you can't really use one watch over the other one. Now, you can buy the cell models of both and you can buy either one of these watches, but the issue is that you won't actually be able to use a Apple Watch on a Samsung Galaxy phone or an Android phone, and you can't really use a Galaxy Watch 6 on any of the iPhones right now. So that is a major thing to keep in mind, and I don't want to put you in a situation where you're buying one over the other because it really depends on which type of phone you have. So keep that in mind. But if you want to pick up either one of these watches, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off with the outside of both of these watches, the Apple Watch SE 2 on the front comes out in a few different sizes. You can get that 40 or 44 millimeter size, and those are really good sizes to pick up from a watch. It's that square design. I personally use an Apple Watch every day and I enjoy it. It's a pretty good watch. And with these watches, they look very good, they look very sharp, and it's a pretty good display that you're getting on the front. Now, on the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6, these are a little bit, I would say, interesting designed watches, because with these ones, you can see they're not the same type of square design that we have on the SE 2. They are more in line with a more common watch. So it's that circular design, and I would say it comes... it's an interesting design. I think I'm more used to the Apple Watches, but I could see the standard Galaxy Watches being better in so many different ways because they are just so much, it just looks like a regular watch. You have the same 2-button structure on the right side of both these watches. You have microphones. I don't know if there's a display that's way better, but I would probably say the Galaxy Watch 6 display probably is the better one over the Apple Watch SE 2. Now on the back, you have that charging pad you can just charge your specific watches from, and then you have the bands. Now this is the thing that kind of irks me the most about the Galaxy Watches. The Galaxy Watch bands, it's so hard to put them on and put them off. And even when I put them on, I don't even feel like they're that secure of a fit. And that is kind of the problem that I have with my Galaxy Watches. It's not just this one, it's pretty much every Galaxy Watch I've ever owned. I've had that exact same issue, which has kind of been a problem for me. With the Apple Watch SE 2, it's not the same thing. The SE 2, it's a very decent watch at that. And I think, even beyond that, it's really nice to have a watch like this that is essentially very easy to kind of, maneuver with. And the bands are just so much easier to kind of, input and, kind of attach and detach. And that is something I really do like about my Apple Watch SE 2. I don't have to deal with that with my, Apple Watch SE 2, but I have to deal with it on my Galaxy Watch, which is very annoying. But it's not all bad with the Watch 6. There's a really cool feature with the Watch 6 that I wish the Apple Watch, had, and that is the ability of charging the Galaxy Watch from my phone. That is a really cool feature, and if you have a phone that supports, reverse wireless charging to Galaxy Watches, specifically Samsung Galaxy phones, like the Galaxy S10 and newer, you can basically charge your Galaxy Watch 6 from your Samsung Galaxy phone, and it is a really nice thing to have. I've been in lots of situations, surprisingly, where I travel somewhere and I forget my Apple Watch charger, and just having the ability of charging my Apple Watch from my phone would be a game changer feature. And I'm surprised Apple still hasn't gave us that feature yet. Samsung's have had it for a couple years now. I really wish that Apple brings it over. I guess we'll wait and see. But that's a really cool thing going on with the Galaxy Watches. Now, in terms of longevity and that kind of stuff, I don't really know which one's going to last the longer between both. I want to probably say that the Apple Watch SE 2 is probably going to last the longer, period of time, but I'm not really too sure either. So that's just one of those things we're going to have to wait and see. And beyond that, with the Galaxy Watch, you're also still getting a very good quality watch at that. But this, Wear OS versus, Watch OS, it depends on what you want and all that kind of stuff. Now, on top of that, I think a really, really cool thing going on with the Galaxy Watches is that because of the increase in performance Apple's, that Samsung's been giving to the Galaxy Watches, you're getting a faster watch and a noticeably faster watch, better than the last one, which is actually really cool. So that's what happens every year. But I'm actually really happy that, Samsung is kind of bringing those types of features in, and they're bringing those speed increases year over year over year. The Apple Watch SE, this is going to be this SE for probably a couple years. There's probably not going to be another SE for at least another 2 to 3 years. So we're kind of stuck with this one for the time being. But I will say, if you're comparing the features and everything from the Apple Watch SE to the Galaxy Watch 6, I don't really know if you're going to see like a big massive difference from a feature standpoint. Yeah, there's probably going to be some things the Galaxy Watch can do over the Apple Watch SE2 and vice versa, but I really don't think you're going to be noticing like massive differences for the things that a majority of people are going to be using. Personally, for me, what I typically do with my watch is I check notifications. Sometimes I reply or pick up calls or something like that, but most of the time I'm just kind of tracking my workouts that I'm doing. If I'm going on a run or I'm doing a certain, lifting routine or whatever, I typically just, set it on my watch and then go on. And that's it's the notifications and the tracking the workouts. These are different than phones because you're not really doing anything insane on a, watch for the most part. You're doing those things on the phone. So between these two, I don't really think there's like a perfect one or a way better one in every single area. I think there are some things that the Galaxy Watch 6 has, like that, wireless charging phone and stuff, that sits really good in its ecosystem. But I think there's also a lot of things that the Apple Watch SE does that, the Galaxy Watch could probably improve on. Like the band, just attaching and detaching the bands is a big deal for me. So that's kind of how both these watches compare in my opinion. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, well then.